Hey skiers, I'm Jeff from skiessentials.com. Welcome to our 2025 ski test. Today we're talking about the Armada BDog. This is Phil Cassabon's signature ski. Phil is an incredible skier. He's been on the scene for a couple decades now at least. And yeah, his ski is truly a direct reflection of how he likes to ski. And I'd say that has evolved a little bit over the years. These days, Phil is really 100% known for his urban antics, sliding urban rails, doing crazy buttery jib tricks in urban environments. You will still catch him in a terrain park now and then, but gone are the days where you see him in a competitive slopestyle course, although I remember his Switch Bio 12s fondly. So yeah, his ski is definitely more intended for those kind of jibby, super new school, modern skiing tricks. And if anything, Phil is kind of the leader in that. If you want to know what modern new school skiing looks like, go watch Phil Cassabon. Cool construction in these skis. It's very simple. It's just a poplar and ash wood core, which is actually basically the same as what you'd see in Henrik's ski in the Idolo. But this ski does feel quite a bit different than the Idolo for a few different reasons. One is the shape, which we'll look at in just a second here. The other is just its flex pattern and how it feels overall. They are both like kind of on the heavier side of the spectrum. So this is a 180. Comes in at 2,060 grams, which certainly isn't light, but both Henrik and Phil, they really want their skis to be strong and durable, super thick base material, super thick edges, stuff like that. So it's not terribly concerning that it's heavy. It kind of just means that your skis will last a little longer. And then the BDog has a really nice soft flex pattern. So if you're buttering, if you're ollieing or nollying, you kind of need to be able to manipulate the flex of the ski and really get it to bend and then spring off of things. And that absolutely happens with this BDog. Such a cool flex pattern for a ski designed for innovative rail tricks and just jibby maneuvers. And then the shape of Phil's ski is super interesting. Rocker, camber, rocker. There's way more rocker both in the tip and the tail compared to Henrik's ski. Still some camber underfoot, but you can just see the amount of tip and tail rocker. It is a big portion of the ski. And then we get this like early taper shape. And what's particularly interesting to me is these sections are actually just perfectly straight. And that's by design. If you're basically like doing a nose butter 180 or anything, any kind of butter or nose butter or tail butter trick where you're also spinning, these are going to just kind of like pivot along the snow surface in a butter way better than basically any other ski on the market. So really cool ski. I definitely think it's best for somebody spending a good amount of time doing all the things we've talked about, sliding rails, ollieing, nollying, buttering. If that's kind of how you like to ski, if those things are your focus as a skier, it's awesome. I think there are also a lot of park skiers who don't want to ski like this or want something, say, stiffer or with more camber or both for like landing big jumps and stuff like that. If you're going to point out a downside to this ski, I would say like, yeah, it's stability on like massive landings might be one of them, but as we saw in that weight, there is some heft to it, so that'll help too. It's not like you're on a feather light ski that's a complete noodle. Pretty much centered mount points on this ski. You know, if you're looking at this and you're thinking, well, I'm more of a directional skier, like how can I make it work for me? I wouldn't really go down that path because the rocker profile is so symmetrical. You really want to stay in the center of camber, so moving the mount point back to something more traditional would be a bit weird, where Alternatively, on Henrik's ski, on the Idolo, you could potentially do that because it's a little bit more directional in its rocker profile. So really unique ski, not surprising because Phil is a very unique skier. And yeah, that's it. That's the Armada BDog. Let us know if you have any questions about it, and we will see you out there on the slopes.